Okay. What about any other doubt other than yesterday's class? Are you guys studying? Are you putting the effort to understand the provisions?
Yes, sir.
See, you guys may be knowing that it's highly impossible to complete line by line of all the chapters, and most of the chapters I have to leave the small ones, because if I keep doing all those chapters, you guys will miss out very important chapters from where you can get 5 to 10 marks questions. I don't want that to happen. Are you guys referring any other book?
No, no, sir. Only the ICSI material and the material that you have given, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have doubt in the salary impact of section 115 BSc under the head of salary. I was not there in class now.
No. I haven't done that one. 115 BSc, the special rates. I haven't
Yeah.
done. I haven't done that one. I guys, have I done that one? Special rates that up
Yes,
to 2,50,000 5% nil, 2,50,000 to 5,00,000 5%, 5 lakhs to 7,50,000 7.5%. That tax rate I haven't done, I believe.
yes, sir. Not done.
The special rate not done. Not done, Pooja.
Okay, sir.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Today we are going to start
Procedural
the
compliance.
procedural aspect in this chapter. TDS is there. Okay, this PAN, TAN, it's not that important. TDS is important, and in TCS, one section is important. Okay, if time permits, I mean to say, if time permits today, I will do advanced tax. Otherwise, I will do advanced tax in the next class. Self-assessment tax, you guys have to read. Revised return, belated return, defective returns. You need to know the deadlines. That is till when you guys can file these kinds of return. And what is meant by defective return means what? There are 3 or 4 lines are there. Please read those things. Okay. Revised return, the deadline. The belated return, you need to know the deadline. That is 31st March. Like that they are given. You need to know that much. Otherwise, there is nothing in this 2 topics. Okay. Shall we start? Next heading, TDS. How many of joined?
So 14, sir. Total
Do they
14.
do they know the what do you call
Link? Yes,
link?
sir.
I mean,
posted in the tax group also in CTM.
I know that because they may be logging through the same old link, maybe.
No, because if that could be the case, then they would have pinged me in the WhatsApp.
Okay, no issues. We will start. Okay,
Sure, sir.
we are already late. Yesterday I told few sections.
Yes, sir.
I know most of them. Just I will be keep asking. Have I marked you to? Have I marked this one?
Sure, sure.
TDS on salary. Before going to that one, let me explain what is meant by TDS. TDS means tax deducted at source. Okay. What is that tax deducted at source means? Example 192. I mean, I will take the salary itself. TDS on salary. Okay. Whoever is employer will pay salary, no?
Yes, sir.
Salary to employees. Okay. Employer will pay salary to employees. Okay. What employer has to do? He has to calculate the salary for the year which he is going to pay to the employees. Assume that if you want me to write the number, I will write. Assume that you will get 7,80,000 as salary per annum, expected salary, estimated one. For the previous year 21-22, assume that at the beginning of the April, he will estimate that how much salary he will give to you. Okay. While calculating this salary, we have studied how much is the taxable salary in the salary head. From that salary head, this much is coming as salary. Okay. From this salary income, if the employee provides any investment details, which is deductible under section 80C, he will take those things. Investment deductions. He can consider that one. And any medical insurance taken on the health of the employee or the spouse, children, parents. If the employee has taken, if he gives those details, he should consider that one. Assume that it is 50,000. Just I am giving an example. This is 24,000. Net the income comes to 7,06,000, and the last one house property loss he can consider. Okay, then how much your income comes? Total income comes 5,06,000. Okay, if this is the total income, he has to deduct tax First, calculate tax on this. How to calculate tax on this? 5,06,000. Can anyone tell me how to calculate tax? On 5,06,000, how much tax will come?
Uh, 10%, sir.
I don't know. You guys have to tell me. I have already taught these things. How much
10,000.
salary? How much tax will come for 5,06,000?
50,600.
12,800.
12,000?
800.
How?
Till 2,50,000 nil.
Okay.
2 lakh to 5 lakh is 5%. So
2
2
lakh
lakh
50 to 5 lakhs 5%. How much?
12,800.
12,800. 2 lakh 5,000 to 5 lakhs. 2 lakh 50,000 to 5 lakhs. How much? 2 lakh 50,000 into 5%. How much it comes?
12,500.
12,500. How much excess is there?
6,000.
6,000. What is the rate?
20%. 20%.
20%. Apply on 2,000. 20% on 6,000. Sorry. 1,200. 12,500 plus 1,200 is how much?
13,700.
13,700. Okay. Is surcharge applicable?
No.
Cess?
Yes, 4%.
Apply.
$548.
548. Total it.
14,248.
This 14,248 divided by 12 months. 1,187 he has to deduct from this salary income. He has to deduct this one. I mean monthly salary. From monthly salary he has to deduct this much. How much? For 1,187 on monthly salary he should deduct and he should pay to the government. Whatever he is deducting, the salary from salary, the tax amount, that is called as tax deducted at source. Okay, you will not be asked how much. You will be asked what are all the details he can take. The salary, in salary especially. In other TDS, they will ask you to calculate the TDS amount. In salary, they will not ask you to calculate TDS amount. They will ask you what are all the things the employer can consider while calculating the TDS on salary. Okay. They give house property loss, business loss also, some other losses also they will give. Only house property loss the employer should consider, not any other loss of the employees he should consider. That is the catch in this salary. Okay. Now we will see the provision. I will tell you, please underline that point. It will come in the examination. Salary means, TDS means what? Whatever the amount they pay, anyone pays, deducting the tax. Okay, here you need to understand three things in TDS chapter. One is who are all eligible to deduct tax. Who are all eligible to deduct tax is the first thing you need to understand. Second thing, what is the quantum or the threshold limit is there. Beyond that, you need to deduct tax. Third one, what is the percentage. These three things you need to remember in TDS. They will not give the percentage. They will not give the amount. Amount means threshold limit. They will not give. They will not say this person is ineligible like that. You need to assess at the problem. Okay. See, salary, section 192. I will not go to any other thing. The employer is liable to deduct tax and pay to the government. Okay. Employer. I will only see here in this salary, the rate of tax applicable to individuals. Applicable to individuals, you need to consider. Which individuals? Less than 60 years, more than 60 years, and more than 80 years if there are any employees. If no age is given, what you need to do? You need to presume that that employee is below 60. Understood?
Yes,
I will
sir.
be keep telling these things. You need to remember. Okay. I'll just go directly to that. Oh, they are not given at all. This is the problem. See this paragraph. Okay, I will read this paragraph. The person responsible for making the payment means salary payment, chargeable under the head salary, shall means compulsory for the purposes of estimating. Estimating means whatever the employer is going to pay salary for the current year, he has to estimate in advance. Estimating income of the assessee or computing the tax deductible. Obtain from the assessee. Assessee means employee. Obtain from the assessee the evidence or proof or particulars of prescribed claims. Prescribed claim means medical insurance, those things. Claim for set off of losses. Set off of losses means only house property loss, no other loss. I don't know why they haven't given this one. That is crucial in this. Under the provisions of this act, in such form and manner as prescribed in this regard. If you guys permit me, let me open. I don't know whether CA students have TDS. Tax deducted source they have. In which section it is there? I mean,
192.
no, not that section. Section means
In CS paper.
TDS,
9.
chapter 9. Because that is the crucial one in salary. Other than that, there is nothing in salary. You will not get the TDS calculation also in salary. They will give some few items. What are all the items the employer has to consider? They will ask. For that, you guys need to understand that one. That's it. For the rest of the sections, you need to understand the threshold limit, who is eligible to deduct, and what is the percentage. They will not give the percentage. I will be keep telling these things. In TDS and tax rate, they will not give the percentages. You need to apply that percentage based on your understanding. ATGG. Manner of deduction. See here. A taxpayer having salary income in addition to other income chargeable to tax for that financial year may send to the employer the following particulars of such other income. If you wish, you can give the income. Okay. But only the loss from house properties he has to consider. No other losses. See here, it is also provided that except in cases where loss from house property has been adjusted against salary income, the tax deductible from salary should not be reduced as a consequence of making the above adjustments. Except house property loss, no other losses are allowed to be set off against the salary income. You can claim outside, but being an employer, you are not supposed to deduct the other losses except house property. Understood? These are all the minute things. That's the reason why I wanted to show you all these things. Okay. Next. 192A, did I mark? That one I will do.
No, 192 not, sir.
192A, please mark this one also. Compulsory, this one is important. Premature withdrawal means what? Whatever the PF you are going to save for your future, and the employer will also contribute to the same percentage. Please mute. Okay. Then if you wish to withdraw those PF amount before your retirement, okay, then how much that is to be taxable? If the value exceeds, the withdrawal value exceeds 50,000 or more, the person who is paying the PF amount to you has to deduct tax at 10%. Who will deduct the tax? PF department or the PF trust maintained by the company will deduct tax at 10% of the amount paid to you if that amount of withdrawal exceeding 50,000. Understood? Please note down the percentages. Different percentages will be applicable to different sections. Okay, different percentages to different sections. Please make note. And also the threshold limit. This is called as threshold limit. 50,000 or more. This is the threshold limit. Please make note of these things. Okay. If the employee who they are the person who is withdrawing the PF, if he doesn't produce the PAN, what is that PAN? Permanent account number, to the person who is deducting the tax, then this percentage of 10% get increased to 20%. What is that? If PAN is not produced, or if the PAN is not given to the person who is deducting the tax, the percentage of TDS rate will be 20%. See here. This whatever I told now, not producing the PAN, in most of the cases it is 20%. Okay.
Why, sir?
Because that is PAN is compulsory to have. Otherwise, you will cheat the government by not paying tax to the government. No. You means not you. I mean, whoever doesn't have the PAN. Now you can get the PAN instantly also. Have I marked you TDS on dividend?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
TDS on dividend, it is 194. Before last year, the TDS was not taxable in the hands of the recipient. The person, the company who is paying the dividend has to pay the tax, dividend distribution tax. The company used to pay the tax. From last year, now it is taxable in the hands of the person who is receiving the dividend. What is the percentage? The percentage of TDS is 10%. That means the company is paying you the dividend. If the company pays any dividend which is more than 5,000, then the company has to deduct the tax of the full amount, whatever the amount it pays, if it exceeds 5,000. If company is paying 12,000, TDS has to be made at 10% on 12,000, 1,200 it has to deduct, 10,800 it will pay to you. 12,000 payment, 1,200 TDS, 10,800 it will pay to you. Okay. Interest on securities. Please see all these things. It is all easy. That's why I'm leaving. There are few things we need to cover. Yeah.
TDS on dividend, if the dividend is 10,000, so for only that 5,000 extra.
No. Full 10,000.
Okay, sir.
And you guys need to remember the sections also at times, because this section talks about which TDS you guys need to know also. Okay. Next, section 194B and 194BB. Both I will do parallelly because the provision remains the same for both. It is the same thing. Okay. If I'm asking the question, if you have surplus fund, what you will do? When you don't have any other things to do with that fund, what you will do if you want to make more money?
Put that for investment.
Investment. You want immediate increase in your money. You are not going to wait till 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. If you invest now, if you put that money, you want to get it immediately within 1 day or 2 days. What you will do?
if the person is good at stock markets, then he can invest in stock markets. So
Okay. Okay, that is kind of investment. Why I am asking all these things means
Lottery, sir.
B means bade log. Bade log means the bigger person, wealthier person. They will invest in the lotteries or in the crossword puzzles. B means bade log. Okay, where they put the money in the lotteries and the crossword puzzles. There is another section 194 BB. Even if you have even more money, bahut bade. Okay, you will invest, you will put the money in the races. Okay, just to keep understand the sections. B means bade log, where they invest, they will invest in the lotteries or the crossword puzzles. BB, bahut bade log, they will invest in the races. Okay, those two sections. If the winning is more than 10,000, then only TDS has to be deducted at 30%. How much percent?
30%.
30%. If the winning is 12,000, that means 3,600 he has to deduct tax. Balance needs to be paid to the winner. Okay. Only on the base amount, no surcharge to be added, no cess to be added. Sorry, no surcharge and cess shall be added. These two is not going to be added. Whatever the amount of winning, if it exceeds 10,000, on that base amount, deduct 30%, give it to the person. Okay. Crossword puzzle games. What are all the games you have seen? Game show.
KBC.
KBC. Okay. If in KBC, if you guys won 1 crore, how much amount they will give?
They will deduct 30%.
30 lakhs they will deduct, 70 lakhs they will give. Okay. If in the lucky dip you get Maruti van, how the tax will be deducted?
30% we have to pay.
First, whatever the market value of that Maruti car, on that amount, you need to pay 30% to the person who is giving the car. Once you pay the amount, then only they have to discharge the car. Okay, you cannot tell that take 2-wheel and give me car. Deduct in the car itself. No. If any winning happens through kind, please note this one. If any winning happens through kind, the person who has won has to pay the tax amount equal to the fair market value of that kind and then release the car or the kind, whatever the product you guys have won in the quiz or any other events. Okay. B and BB both one and the same. 10,000 threshold limit. 30% is the tax rate. See, all these things, whatever I have told, it will be there. Tax shall be deducted from value of prize money given only in kind. Okay. Lucky dip draws like that, you guys will get no. During Dasara and Ganpati festival, wherever you go, you will put your mobile number name. If you get the lucky dip, then you have to pay amount and come. See, BB also same thing, winning from horse races, exceeding 10,000, 30%. Same, both one and the same section. Okay. Next, mark this section as important, 194C. 194C. What it says? Payment to resident contractor or subcontractor. C means contract. C means contract. Okay. If you come to an agreement with any service providers to provide the service, and you enter into an agreement, means it is a contract. Contract could be any nature. Okay. It could be for your office, this one, assets related, or it could be related to your office building, or it could be related to your office food, or if you do any function, which function? Official function. There you enter into a contract with the event organizers, those kinds. Okay. If you enter into a contract with any person, if that person being an individual or HUF with whom you are entering to a contract, that person who is providing these services happens to be an individual or an HUF, then whatever the amount you are going to pay to that individual or HUF, from that amount you need to deduct tax at 1%. How much? 1%. Other than individual and HUF, you enter into a contract, like you enter into a contract with a partnership firm or a private limited company or a company. Okay, in that case, you need to deduct tax at 2%. Understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This question, definitely you will get question on this section 194C. What it says? Any contract, works contract, we call it a works contract. It is only applicable to services kind of a thing. Okay. Then if you are entering into a contract with the individual or HUF, whatever the amount of payment you make to them, you have to deduct tax at 1%. If you are entering to a contract other than individual and HUF, then you need to make 2% TDS. Next question comes, if any personal contract happens for the personal things like marriage functions, some other functions, some other events of the personal in nature, then no TDS has to be deducted on that. Only the official ones you need to deduct tax only for that purpose. The personal things you are not supposed to deduct tax. Okay. When the tax is to be deducted, even if I pay 1 rupee also, do I need to deduct tax, or is there any threshold limit? If the single payment happens, or the contract for the single contract, if it happens which involves more than 30,000, the payment involves more than 30,000, or the contract value has more than 30,000 value, then you need to deduct tax. That means you enter into a contract, the contract value is 50,000. That is to be carried out over a period of 5 months, 10,000 each. While paying first month 10,000, you need to deduct tax. While making second month payment of 10,000, you need to deduct tax. Why? Because the contract has exceeded 30,000. Sir, I have agreed 4 contracts in a year. One per quarter, 30,000 contract. I have entered separately each quarter 30,000 with the same person. If the aggregate contract amount has exceeded 1 lakh, you need to deduct tax. Sir, how I will come to know whether I will enter the contract with the same person during the subsequent months also? Then, until you exceeds 1 lakh, you are not supposed to deduct the tax because each quarter 30, 30, 30 means 90,000 only comes. Once that fourth quarter you enter the contract, you will be assured that you are making the payment of another 30,000. Hence, the aggregate amount exceeds 1 lakh. Then on that fourth quarter payment of 30,000, whatever you are going to make the payment, you will have to deduct the TDS of the previous 3 quarters 30,000. Balance, pay the balance out of that 30. Understood?
Means you're telling, say, for the first 3 quarter, we did not deduct any tax.
Huh.
TDS.
Because each contract did not exceed 30,000, you are not supposed to deduct tax.
Yes.
And the aggregate till third quarter end, the aggregate also has not exceeded 1 lakh, you are not supposed to deduct tax.
Okay.
Once the fourth quarter you enter into the contract,
Yes, sir.
you are sure that you are going to make the payment of 30,000 for that quarter also. Hence, your aggregate for the year has exceeded 1 lakh. On that 30,000, total 1,20,000 payment you have made during the previous year. On that 1,20,000 payment, you need to deduct the tax at the last quarter.
Okay, sir.
If you are paying to the individual 1% of 1,20,000, if you are paying to other than individual and HUF, you have to deduct TDS at 2%. Okay. See, the questions will come. Okay. These are the first 2 threshold limits. Understand. Third one, see, if you are entering to a contract with a freight carrier, goods carrier, okay, you need to take the declaration from him that he doesn't own more than 10 goods carriages at any time during the year. First thing. Second thing, you should receive the PAN of that person. What? You need to get the PAN of that person and you need to get the declaration from that person that he doesn't own more than 10 goods carriages during the year. If you get those two, even if your payment exceeds 1 lakh or 30,000, you are not supposed to deduct tax. Understood? Confusing? What happened, you guys? There are slept.
No, sir.
Only you guys are understanding.
Sir, the last point,
Yes.
can you please repeat again? Little confusing it was.
See, if you enter into a agreement with the goods carrier, assume that you are entering to an VRL, Vijayananda Road Lines.
Yes.
If that Vijayananda Road Lines has given the declaration, you have to take the declaration stating that I do not own more than 10 goods carriages at any time during the year, and you should get the PAN of that person.
Okay.
If you get those 2 documents, one declaration and one PAN, even if your payment exceeded 30,000 at the single time or 1 lakh in aggregate during the previous year, you are not supposed to deduct tax. Okay?
Yes, sir.
This is all about 194C. What are all the things you need to know? To whom you are making the payment? If that the recipient is individual and HUF, then 1% you need to make the TDS. If the amount of the single contract exceeds 30,000 or aggregate payment during the year exceeds 1 lakh, then you need to make the payment, you need to deduct tax at 1%. Other than individual and HUF, 2%. Okay, the goods carrier, if you get the declaration that he do not own more than 10 goods carriages and receive the PAN copy, then even if the payment exceeds the threshold limit, you are not supposed to deduct tax. Okay. The
So who
last
can
one.
be the deductor? Who
Sorry?
can be the deductor, sir?
Sorry?
Sir, can an individual can be a deductor in 194?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir.
See, they will say only the recipient angle.
Okay.
The payer can be any person.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See the last one. The amount is paid or credited to the contractor by an individual. Paid by an individual or HUF for carrying out in the nature of personal use. Personal use. I told you now. Your house painting contract, house repairs contract, or your house UPS maintenance AMC, or marriage contract, food contract, decoration, those things contract. Okay, if it is in the personal nature, you are not supposed to deduct tax. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Huh. And the another point, this point will be keep repeating in all the sections. This B, the person who is covered under the tax audit. Tax audit means if his turnover exceeds 1 crore during the previous year. Previous year means for this year, if you are going to deduct TDS, the previous year to this year,
21-22.
2021.
Okay.
21-22, you are going to deduct TDS. You need to see the turnover of the previous year 2021. If it has exceeded 1 crore only, you need to deduct TDS. Otherwise, you are not supposed to deduct the TDS.
Okay, sir.
Only in case of individual and HUF. Okay.
Sir, where is 1 crore given?
In this section, it is given. We have studied in business head.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all about 194C. Please read Insurance Commission. It is not that important. I am leaving. Please mark this one important. 194DA. What happens if any person has invested in insurance? Once that person dies, what happens?
Nominee files the claim.
I should not use if you have invested and it happens. That's the reason why I just twisted my word. Some person who has invested in insurance and he dies, what happens?
The nominee produces the certificate.
I
and
go
files
to
for
the
the claim.
nominees.
The amount will be given to
The nominee.
Nominee.
nominee. Which amount?
Then
Insurance amount.
Insurance.
Insurance amount.
the majority amount. Maturity amount.
Insurance amount. Okay. DA means death after. After death, what you will receive? Insurance amount. DA means death after, what you are going to receive? Life insurance amount. Okay. Listen carefully. This is an amendment. Okay. Please mark this one as important. There is an amendment in this chapter. I mean to say in this section. Hence, you need to be very cautious in this. Okay. This section talks about payment. Payment of what? Payment of the insurance amount by the insurance company. To whom? To the person who has done the insurance. Okay. The same person can also receive the insurance amount after the maturity period, or on his demise, the nominee can receive the insurance amount. Okay. Two parts. First, we will see the person who is insured is only receiving the amount. We are talking about that. Any person responsible for paying means insurance company, to a resident. To a resident means individuals. Normally individuals, assume like that. Any sum under a life insurance policy, it could be any person, but he should be resident. Okay. I'm just talking from the individual angle. The same logic applicable to all persons. HUF, AOP, BOI, firm, company, everybody, it happens the same thing. Including the sum allocated by way of bonus. That means whatever you have invested, that amount plus bonus put together, that is called as maturity value. On such amount, other than the amount not includable in the total income under clause 1010D, shall at the time of payment thereof deduct income tax on income component. Underline this. Underline this point. Okay, only on the income component. That I will come back to this. This is the amendment. What is that? Income component, whatever I have told, that is the amendment. I think it has amended in the Finance Act 2020, I believe. Okay, you will get the question on this part. If you get the question on this section, you will get question on this. Income component of the sum paid by the person. Sum paid by the person means whatever the maturity value they have paid, on that income component only you have to deduct tax, provided you are not covered under the exemption section 1010D. What this section 1010D tells, I will go to that section once I cover few things here. Okay. What is the rate of tax? Rate of tax is 1% on the income component. 1% on the income component. Sorry, not 1%. It is 5% on the income component. What is that income component means? Now I will explain. Premium. Okay. I will take 10 years. Okay. Yearly payment you will make 1 lakh. How much? How much yearly premium you will pay?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. The policy is for 10 years. 10 years. How much total premium you pay?
10 lakhs.
Total premium you pay 10 lakhs. Maturity value 18 lakhs. Okay. Now, earlier before the amendment, you will have to deduct TDS at 1% on this 18 lakh. After the amendment, on the income portion, income means you have already paid 10 lakhs. That is your amount. How much you are getting extra?
8 lakhs.
8 lakhs. This is the income portion. On this, you have to deduct TDS at 5%. Earlier, on this, they were deducting. After the amendment, they have to deduct on this 8 lakhs. Okay. This is one situation. This is one situation. On this, you have to deduct TDS. If your maturity value is 11 lakhs and the term is 8 lakhs, 8 years, on this 3 lakhs, you need to make the TDS. If the term is 10 years only, maturity value is 11 lakh. If you receive income component 1 lakh, you are not supposed to deduct any TDS. Why? Because the income component should exceed 1 lakh. This is one of the condition. What is that?
Income component should be
Should exceed. Proceeds should exceed 1 lakh. Okay. Now I will come to provision. Rate of tax. To whom it is applicable? To insurance company. Okay. The prescribed rate of tax to be deducted at source is 1% of the sum paid. See, till last year, till the amendment, on the sum paid, they used to deduct 1%. With effect from 1/9/2019, it is the amendment. TDS has to be made at 5% of the income component. Is there any difference between this term and this word? Sum and the income, is there any difference?
Yes, sir.
Sum means whatever the proceeds, maturity value, that is called as sum. Income component is maturity value minus premium paid. You will get the question on this. You will get the term. You will get the yearly premium, the maturity value. They will ask, is the TDS applicable? If yes, how much TDS to be made? They will give. You will get the question on this. Okay. When the payee does not furnish PAN, same 20%. Okay. Where the PAN is not there, you have to deduct 20%. Provided means clause, section, condition. Provided that no deduction shall be made. No deduction shall be made means insurance company is not supposed to make the TDS where aggregate amount of such payment made to the payee in a financial year is less than 1 lakh. Aggregate amount means the maturity value. If it doesn't exceed 1 lakh, then you are not supposed to deduct TDS. Not the income component, the proceeds. Proceeds means the maturity value doesn't exceed 1 lakh, you are not supposed to deduct TDS. Okay. Second one, life insurance policy qualifies for exemption under section 1010D. Now I will explain this 1010D. Okay. What do they call policy amount?
Yes, sir. I mean,
Sum assured.
sum assured.
Sum assured. Assume that sum assured is 20 lakhs. Term 15 years term. Term amount. Okay. Premium. 10,000 yearly premium you have to make for, not year, 1 lakh premium you have to make yearly for a period of 15 years. You will get 20 lakhs as the sum assured. Are you guys understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, What is the percentage of premium paid on the sum assured?
Percentage paid, 1%. No, 1.5. So 5%.
5%. Okay. This is the first scenario. This is the first scenario. Second scenario.
So here we are calculating after the amendments rate.
No. I'm not at all talking about the TDS amount.
Okay.
I'm talking about the 1010D provision.
Okay, sir.
In the second scenario, what is my percentage of premium to?
10%.
What is the percentage of premium to sum assured?
10%.
Second scenario. Once I will do few things, I will explain. Okay. We are talking about section 1010D. 1010D exemption. I will show you also 1010D exemption I am talking about. Okay. In the third scenario, what is the percentage of premium to sum assured?
13%.
13%. Okay, I will stop it here. What section 1010D says? 1010D says, it says two things. One, we already covered, payment exceeding rupees 1 lakh, which this is the one. This is the one it says. Okay. Second one, if percentage of premium is less than 10%, then entire amount received is exempt from tax. What it says? Payment should, whatever the payment insurance company is paying to the person, if it exceeds 1 lakh, and if the premium percentage of premium to sum assured is less than 10%, then whatever the amount you receive, it is exempt. If you receive 25 lakhs also, if your percentage of premium to sum assured is less than 10%, then the entire amount is exempted. That is, entire 25 lakhs is exempted. If the amount received is 2 lakhs, amount in the sense, I'm just telling the amount, okay? Amount received is 2 lakhs from the insurance company, and the percentage of premium to sum assured is more than 10%, in this case 13%, then the entire 2 lakh is taxable, provided you need to calculate the income component from that. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, in the first case also it will be exempted, right? Because the percentage of premium is 5%.
See, I told you, no. Exceeding 10% only, it is taxable, means 5% is automatically exempted, right?
Good.
Please remember the page number 551.
Sure, sir.
Please remember the page number 551. D, where it is? See here. Okay.
96.
Amount paid on life insurance policy 96. See. Okay. They are given these situations. I explained this one. 10% in respect of policies issued on or after 1/4/2012, but before 1/4/2013. Okay. If the premium payable during the year, the term of the policy exceeds 10%, then it is taxable. Otherwise, it is exempted. See, however, exemption would not be available means taxable. If the premium payable for any of the years during the term of the policy exceeds 10% of the minimum capital sum assured. In our case, has it exceeded in this case?
Yes.
Okay. In these two cases?
No.
No. In these two cases, it is exempt. In this case, taxable, provided receipt should exceed
1 lakh.
rupees 1 lakh. Yeah, that is what this section. See, there are links in income tax. So many things are linked to few sections. Since I haven't done section 10, why? Because it's a huge thing. I cannot cover most of the things. Okay, that's the reason why you guys have to study few sections. One, I have already done 1010D. 1013 in salary cases, we have done many things. Hence, I excluded few things. Okay, that is what talks about 1010D. If you falls in that category, 551, right?
Yes, sir.
If you falls in that category, then whatever the amount you receive, it will be taxable or it will be exempted. If it is more than 10% of the premium of the sum assured and the amount is exceeding 1 lakh, hence it is taxable. Otherwise, the entire amount is exempted. Understood?
Sir, can you open the Excel sheet once? Sir? Yes, sir.
Okay. 194E, non-resident sports person. Who are all well-known sports person, non-resident? Can you guys name one or two? Who comes to India?
Vishwanath Anand,
Vishwanathan Anand, non-resident.
because he stationed in London, sir.
No. Tell the foreign names.
Foreign names.
Cricketers will come, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Athletes, cricketers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those persons who comes to India and gets some amount as the match fee or doing some advertisement. Ulalalale ulelo. There is one advertisement is there, no? Have you guys seen that in IPL?
Yes, sir.
Who are all comes there? Bravo.
Chris Gayle.
Shane Watson, Chris Gayle,
Chris Gayle.
Chris
AB
Gayle
de
and
Villiers. AB de Villiers all comes, okay? And they get amount, right?
Yes, sir.
Those amount and the whatever the amount they receive for the matches, and they do write the columns in the newspapers. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
They will write the newspaper columns in the newspaper. When they receive any amount, okay, while paying that amount to those persons, being a non-resident sportsman, then the payer has to deduct tax at 20%, plus he has to apply the surcharge if it is applicable. If it is applicable means sports person can only be individual, right?
Yes, sir.
On that,
Yes, sir.
individual slab rates has to be applied. What is the slab rate? If AB de Villiers is 68 years, what is the amount slab rate applicable?
Below 60 is slab rate.
Why?
Up to, for non-residents, only first, up to 250,000 is only exempt.
Who is this?
Chetna, sir.
Okay, good, Chetna. You remember this. For non-resident, only the below 60 slab rate is applicable, even though he is 98 years or 68 years. It doesn't matter. Only first slab is applicable. And surcharge, if the amount exceeds 50 lakhs, we need to apply the surcharge. On that surcharge, we need to apply the education cess. I mean to say, what is that cess? SHE. You need HSE, higher education cess, higher and secondary education cess you need to apply. For non-resident, you need to apply all these three: tax, applicable surcharge, if any, and education cess 4%. It is mandatory. Okay. What is the surcharge? What is the amount of TDS? 20% tax rate. TDS rate is 20%. This one, commission. Wherever there is a commission, if the amount of commission exceeds 50,000, then TDS has to be made at the rate of 5%. Okay. Wherever there is a commission involves, if that commission payment exceeds 50,000 aggregating in a year, then TDS has to be made at 5%. Okay. For all kind of commissions, there are three commissions. One is 194G, commission on lottery tickets, sale of lottery tickets. 194H, commission or brokerage other than lottery. And there is one insurance commission. Insurance agent will get the commission, right? From the insurance company.
Yes, sir.
That commission, all three commissions, threshold limit is 15,000. If that 15,000 exceeds, the payer has to deduct tax at 5%. If no PAN, 20%. That 20% is applicable to all sections when there is no PAN.
Sir, that 20% is excluding or including the rate of interest, income tax?
See, income tax means this. If
No.
if you do not give the PAN,
Okay.
that person should deduct 20%.
Okay, sir. That 5%.
At a higher rate.
Okay, at higher rate.
5% will not come at all. No PAN, 20. If PAN is available, 5%.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, 194I rent. I told there are 4 sections in this. 194I rent. Rent means what?
Income.
Rent means what? Income, leave it. Rent means what? Why you pay rent?
To use somebody else's property,
Other property.
an amount fixed for.
Okay, is it only the property or use of the furnitures also? All,
The use of the furniture, sir.
Everything.
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 Movable and
Everything.
immovable if you have taken on rent. Okay. Any person other than individual and individual who are those things, threshold limit, understand the threshold limit. If the rent is more than 2,40,000, more than 2,40,000 in a year, then only you will have to make the TDS. Okay. How much amount? If it is use of the furnitures, machinery or other equipments, 2%. If you are using the building, it will be 10%. See, this 2,40,000 has to be decided for both put together. Not individually. Machinery 2,40,000, building 2,40,000. No. Put together 2,40,000. If you are paying, then you have to deduct the TDS, 2% on the amount of the machinery rent or the furniture rent, 10% for the building rent. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question will come. How question will come? Rented a property from October 1st. Okay. Rupees 15,000 per month. Per month. 15,000 per month. Machinery from 1st December. 25,000 per month. Now you have to tell me whether TDS is applicable or not.
No, sir.
Why?
Both are different classes and
No. Please understand, I told you need to aggregate both. Then decide 2,40,000 exceeded or not.
No, it
property,
doesn't.
so we are considering it as plant.
Plant, machinery, furniture, whatever it is. See, fully furnished accommodation they will give. There will be fridge, chairs, TV, AC, everything. And building also. For that, AC and other things you pay 25,000 rent per month. For building you will pay 15,000 per month rent. Now tell me whether TDS has to be made or not.
Rent paid is 1,90,000
From when you are taking?
from October.
Only 90, sir. Only
From
90,000.
October to March you need to take. October,
90,000.
November, December, January, February, March. How many months?
6 months.
Smart.
6 months. What is the amount?
90,000.
Into 6, 90,000. 90,000. Then from machinery, from when?
4.
4.
This is 1 lakh.
December,
1 lakh.
January, February, March. 4.
1 lakh.
What is
1
the
lakh.
total?
1,90,000.
No TDS. Okay. If this becomes 35,000, then
2%.
Exceed.
exceeds 3,10,000.
So it has to be tax has to be deducted.
What is the TDS amount? What is the
6%.
TDS rate? For building is how much?
10%.
10%. For machinery, how much?
2%.
2%. What is the TDS amount? total TDS 23,000 you need to deduct for the year. For the year. Okay. While making payment of 3,500, you need to make the TDS of 10%. While making the payment of 25,000, you need to make the TDS of 2%. On monthly basis, you need to make the payment because your total aggregate payment for the year has exceeded 2,40,000. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like this, they will give the question in this. Okay. That's all it is in 194I. Okay. We will continue to next class. Maybe this Sunday or next Sunday, I will take class. I will inform you well in advance. I will take you class because I need to finish few things this month. I will not going to take the income tax from next month. I have to do GST also. Hence, please cooperate. Please attend the classes. If it is on Sunday also, I will take for the longer duration so that I finish off few important chapters before I move on to GST. Okay. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
You guys want me to take classes on Sundays or not to finish off the syllabus?
Take, sir.
Take it, sir. Take it on Sunday.
Because otherwise I cannot finish. See, I haven't come to GST also. You guys, how many of you know GST? How many of you are aware of GST?
Little bit, sir.
Little bit. What about others?
Little bit, sir.
The little bit, sir.
See, GST has got some more things. We need to understand that also. Okay. Hence, I request whenever I schedule the classes on the holidays or during the Sundays, please try to come. Because if you miss few classes, I will do most of the times I will do the important chapters. If you miss, you might miss 4 or 5 marks questions from that chapter or from that class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you open Excel once?
1 second. Yes.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. Please remind me this page number 552. I will write. Okay. We have done only one section of 194I. There are other 3 sections, 194IA, IB, IC are there. Is it there? 194IA. This is also okay, manageable. IB is there. By receive certain individual achieve. IB is important. IC development project. Okay, development project. Even if I do not do, it's okay. It's you are not going to get question on that. And last one, 194J. 2 sections, total 4 sections remaining. We will do in the next class. Maybe once I finish off TDS, I will go to section 80. Once I finish off section 80, I will go to SCZ. Then I will come back to AMT. Then I will finish off MAT. Once I finish off MAT, I will go to 115 BSc. Some special tax rate sections are there. I need to complete before companies. I will do that one. I will come back to companies. Okay. I think how many classes we get? If we 2 + 2, 4 classes only I will get in this month. Okay, at least I need 8 to 10 classes to finish off income tax. We will see. Okay, thank you so much. We can meet up in the next class. If possible, maybe on this Sunday or any other day. During the holidays also, if nobody takes the class, I will take the class.
Sure, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, thank you so much.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, hi Anu, good evening. Arey, nothing. Morning I went at 9 o'clock no, for that meeting. That got ended up at around 2 o'clock. It was like a big headache for me. Because it was hot sun. Yeah, it took long hour because first of all I had to travel and then it was a long hour and then the hot sun, it started hitting up in the head. Anyway, so couple of things that I have got. So basically right now the video which I am going to put, it's half recorded. Okay, basically based on today's activity, what was happening, like when I have to pay the fees and how much is the fee amount per module, and then you posted up or somebody else posted up 1200, then somebody asked, then I posted it is 2400 for both the modules and all. So couple of points I have taken in terms of a slide stating these are the questions that I'm going to address in this video. So there is no more slides because there is no point in putting the slides now. It is very simple. Whoever is appearing for ICSI examination for December month, December 2022, the fees are like this. If you are appearing only for one module, either module 1 or module 2, it is 1200 rupees. If you are attempting module 1 plus module 2 equals 1200 plus 1200, which is stands for 2400. The last date to pay without any fine is 25th. Provided if you pay after 25th, there might be a penalty based on the institute's agreement that we don't know. So they have to check the disclaimer of the institute. 9 o'clock, the video that needs to go up. Yeah. Yeah, after fees also the last date. So you want me to? So the last date we are telling them right in the beginning only that the due date is 25th of September. Huh. I am also not sure. I have to also check back the one. That's why I'm putting no. After the due date of 25th September, it is at the disclaimer of the institute. Disclaimer means it is up to the institute whether it is up to 10th October or anything. Because mostly it is I think 10th October. What I have seen. So up to 25th is the due date. So you still have got about say 13-14 days of time to pay the fees. And one important question also adding in that those who haven't completed the pre-test will not be eligible to pay the fees. So make sure you have completed your pre-test. It is already updated in the LM e-learning portal and you have going and paying the fees through Smash portal and other things. If you are delaying after 25th, first thing your pre-test will be lapsed, so you are not eligible for even after 25th. Even if you try to pay, you will not be able to pay because you haven't completed the pre-test and it has elapsed. So you will have to wait until next June. Okay, that's the only alternative they have. Otherwise, they don't have any option. Okay, so this is one video. Then the second video is about the introduction of LMS. Yesterday night I wanted to do, but because of my internet provider stupidity, I had a few frame drops, so I had to abruptly end that video. I have to take down. So that video will go. So two videos are lined up. Then the night 9 o'clock, shall I begin the sections? Because this is a good opportunity to start with lesson 15. So, but the question is, lesson 15, Manoj highlighted some sections at the beginning in the class. Remember, because when the classes start, he went only through particular sections, about the points and the power of the board. So, shall we do that first, like as as discussed in the class? Here is the points first, and then go back to the other points. Because why I'm asking is because sometimes what happens, he connects to one point, then he goes to another point. Like for example, in the case of directors, okay, appointment of directors is one point. Then removal of directors also should be immediately right. We have discussed appointment and then appointment of company secretary, appointment of other people, and then we are going to that. If we do appointment of director, then we should also do removal of directors. I mean, simultaneously it should go in one slide. So it will be like, okay, appointment, these are the conditions, removal, these are the conditions. So that will be very clear, right?